1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. What's a podcast? Episode 151. 1 2 1 2. What's a podcast? Episode 151. DJ Jerome back in the third. We are in the building. Shout out to my guy, always available. Hashtag Streetwear Eddie.
What up?
And don't charge Abdul.
Cheer.
Do remember you can check out our previous 152 episodes at whatsapodcast.live.
Cheer.
And you can check out the video at youtube.com/What's a Podcast. Shout out to, I think my guy Somos told me that he watches our podcast. A lot of people tell me they enjoy watching the podcast.
Shout out to Somos.
More than actually,
listening to it.
Well, they just don't have they don't move like that. Everybody moves differently. So
that's what's up.
But yeah,
like it.
a few people recently, 5-6 people have told me they enjoy watching the podcast more. So shout out to y'all, man. We appreciate everybody who taps in.
Wait, how do you guys listen to Fuck With Podcasts? You do the YouTube thing on video or audio?
Audio.
I'm an audio guy.
Yeah, I go for a walk after I take my kid to school every day.
There you go.
That's when I listen to podcasts.
Yeah, I listen to podcasts in the car or when I'm out for a run. I don't actually tune into the radio at all. Like that's not even an option.
Really. Yeah.
There's so many
the radio's a dinosaur though.
It's a fucking old dinosaur. And it's not music that I'm even fucking with. If I am in the mood to listen to music, I would just put it on Spotify and you know what I'm saying, go directly to the playlist I want that has my type of shit, or I could just go to the artist and listen to their shit.
90s hip hop.
90s hip hop, 90s dance hall, 2000s dance hall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's a great opportunity to hear some good music everywhere you go nowadays. It's been a busy week for the What's a Podcast squad.
For sure. We were off last week.
Yeah, we were off last week just due to, you know what I'm saying, some travel.
We got shitted on. Mad messages came in.
It's okay. Y'all got kids. It was spring break.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
We had to take a week off. It was just kind of necessary. We couldn't avoid it at any cost.
Yeah.
We tried. We really tried to make it happen.
All of us were on the road at the same time.
Yeah, I saw you guys fucking doing it up Big Willie style in Miami. You felt like Fresh Prince out there, Big Willie?
Miami is always a good idea. You know what I mean? I was down there for my daughter's spring break. And excuse me, it was cool, man. I mean, the only thing I dislike about South Beach is the food options aren't the best.
Whoa.
Really? Down at the beach.
Like down at the beach, like South Beach.
You should have gone to Puerto Sagua.
I'm not going
to Collins. You don't
Puerto
Sagua.
Cuban?
Puerto Sagua.
We went to some Cuban place that was trash.
Oh man.
But we also stayed further up on the beach. Like I have a child. I'm not taking my child below.
For sure.
Below
10th Street.
Not even below like 20th.
Like above 20th.
Yeah, I was on 30th. So like,
not past the lows.
I'm very comfortable where I am. You know what I mean? And so we actually found it quicker to run to Wynwood every day to get something to eat versus trying to make that madness down. And I just, it's just warm. It was warm. It was great weather out there, and I just did not want my daughter to see some of the wildness that Miami has to offer.
Of course. She's just 9 years old. I mean,
yeah. So
you don't want to have your kid around that. I feel the same way.
Basically, we just went to the beach every day. Shout out to my man Spencer Tracy. We linked up with him on Sunday night. We had a really good time. Just kind of moving around to a couple spots. Spencer didn't put us in the game, man. We went over to Soho House Monday afternoon. That was cool just to like do nothing amongst the people who think they're elite.
You know, Diz's girl works at Soho House.
I do. Yep, I do know that. Yes, we got some things.
Shout out to Erica.
Some things moving and shaking in the future. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And so actually at Soho House, I ran into our guy. You know what I'm saying? He's the fourth member of the podcast. Celebrating his birthday. Shout out to Starway. Starway is
$1 million Lex.
You know what I'm saying? $1 million Lex and Starway. We're just
Starway.
Starway's his man. That's his man.
Okay, that's his man. All right.
Yeah. So
I thought he was just giving himself a fancy name.
Nah. So like we're literally sitting there. We're literally sitting there. It's me, Bella, and Bella's mother, and we're just sitting there, sort of like waiting for a lift. Lift takes forever down there. Yeah. And I just see somebody walking up with their phone in their hand, just admiring themselves. buying space.
He had the phone on himself.
Of course he did. You know what I'm saying? Documentation.
$1 million Lex.
$1 million
Okay.
Lex.
You know, he pulled up in a foreign
Pulled up.
All
They
right.
pulled up in something blue and foreign and just
McLaren.
my goodness. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But it is
Shout out to Lex, man.
it is the
And Starway.
yeah, shout out to Lex and Starway, man. Those are the homies. You know, Lex, I know Lex has some conversation for you later in the evening, Abdul.
Yeah, he was a little bit disappointed in you guys.
Oh yeah?
He's like, yo, I had a couple of things in the room waiting, and I decided to go hang out with Streetwear and Rome. He's like, I got out there, and I spent the next 3 hours talking about hip hop, and there was no chicks in sight.
I wasn't worried about chicks.
Nah, I was like, yo, come on, look what you got yourself into. I was like, Rome out there with his daughter. Eddie is happily married. He's not chasing skirts, not like that. I mean, none of us are, but I mean, this is something you got to blame yourself for, man.
And he could have stayed where he was at if he was.
We told him, yeah, you could have slid. You know what I'm saying? Like the best. So the worst part about it is we didn't get a picture. It's my biggest regret of the year, and I told him that we didn't get a picture. Yeah, we got a picture with Spencer the night before.
Yeah,
but we were so ingrained. In
that night wasn't picture worthy.
It wasn't even like it wasn't picture worthy. It was just like for the moment, for the fact that we're all down there. You know what I mean? We should have got a photo. And the crazy part about it is Eddie and I left that spot, tried to go to like 2 more spots,
and then went
right back to the spot we was at, sat there and chilled and just had us a cool little time. Like
it was cool
because there's nothing shaking in Miami on a Monday night.
Bro, those are my favorite type of nights, man.
You know what
just
I'm saying?
Fucking chill out somewhere. If there's music playing, cool.
Apparently that wasn't enough for Lex.
I mean,
we didn't have
he
enough
was half joking when he said that.
Lex is $1 million Lex is our guy.
Yeah,
$1 million Lex is our guy, man. So happy birthday to $1 million Lex
for sure.
And he also went to the Kanye little thing out there.
Yeah, he'll be down here soon for $1 Nicky. I think he said April or May is coming down. So
okay. I don't know how I feel about him going to the Kanye thing. That's he's a fan. He's still a big Kanye fan.
Interesting. Yeah. All of Miami was Kanye fans. Yeah. Like you couldn't miss those people. They were everywhere. Literally. At Wynwood,
everywhere.
Wynwood, Design District, South Beach, they were everywhere. You know what I'm saying? One of the bonuses. So I'm cool with getting in the water. I'm not really against it so much, but
can you swim?
Yeah, I can swim. Yeah.
Okay. Hey yo.
But there were jellyfish out there, crazy.
Yeah.
So the jellyfish, I saw a dude. He might have been about 6'5", 6'6". Small little jellyfish, about the size of a box of cards, maybe. Like
lit his ass up.
Took him
peed
down.
on him? You peed on him?
Nah, his man didn't even do that. Like he went to the.
Didn't even do that.
Like, he went
his
to the
man
station.
Is supposed to pee on him.
His man got stung too.
Oh,
they should have peed on each other.
They didn't. They didn't do that. They ran to the station, and for an hour and a half, my man was in the most visceral pain I've ever seen somebody.
He's a bitch because I've been stung by it before. It's not that serious.
It's not that bad, or what?
It's not that. You don't have to go. You can't run to get help. Nobody can help you.
Yeah, what was he expecting to get out of?
Well, they went to the lifeguard station. Lifeguard sprayed something on there on the spot.
Sprayed suntan lotion. Right.
The worst part about it was a kid got hit by a sting and
the kid held it. He was all right.
The kid kind of was like, I'm chilling. Like he just ran over there. The kid's mom overreacted really, but
as a parent normally would.
I mean, Miami's a wild place. We saw some random people get married on the beach. Like they just set up a tent.
A helicopter crashed on the beach.
They just helicopter crashed while we were down there.
That shit was crazy.
So our last morning there, because Bella and I stayed till like Wednesday morning.
Yeah.
The current was extremely aggressive, and they were actually on the ATVs pulling people out of, like telling people not to go in the water.
Wow.
Like you could only go so far. Yeah, for sure. Because the current
people
was
still
aggressive.
want to go in there.
They want to go to the dunes. Like they have those dunes, in the middle of the ocean where you can kind of stand up on.
Sandbar.
Yeah.
Sandbars, yeah.
Yeah. So like, they just have those random just spaces in the ocean where you can just stand in the middle. But
you gotta get back too.
People don't take that stuff seriously, man. And Bella is a child of the water. Nothing stopped her. It was about to rain our first night, that Sunday night.
He was like,
And
nope,
Bella's whole thing was like, this is why we're here.
Right.
So
nah,
like her whole
I'm gonna get wet in the water anyway.
The ocean
What's
is
the
wet.
rain
Yeah,
gonna do?
exactly.
Yeah.
her whole attitude was just like, I don't know what's up with y'all, but I'm going in the water.
I love
And
it.
at that point, I was just like, I guess we going to the water. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Do
you
you
know what I mean?
she's obviously a good swimmer or can swim, right?
Bananas.
I'm a little bit shook by that Miami water just because for one I can't swim, but
you cannot swim.
I can't swim at all.
Wow.
But as soon as you get in the water, you could be like, it could be right up at your knees, and then you could take like 2 steps, and all of a sudden the shit is at your chest. Like it's not like gradual in some places of the ocean, right?
Yeah.
And that fucks with me a lot. Like really takes away from.
Well, if
my
you can't
confidence.
swim, you don't got no business being in the ocean, dog.
Well, no, I mean I could be. I mean I like to fuck around, like you know what I'm saying, like close to shore,
splash
but
around.
yeah. But what I don't like is I could potentially take a step backwards, and all of a sudden this shit is at my chest. Being at my chest makes me nervous.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean. It can't be that high up because I feel like the current can move me off balance, and next thing you know, I'm
pull
under.
you under, yeah,
and I'll be dead. So
and I'll be dead.
So
your daughters can swim.
They can swim, but I'm also that parent. I get nervous.
Yeah,
just because the ocean is not like the pool,
well,
right?
You can't save them if you can't swim.
Well, not only that, but it's like I feel like I gotta constantly have my eyes on them because of the current and the way things are. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's the pool is a different beast. You know what I mean? I feel more relaxed with them at a pool than I do
the ocean. They could disappear.
In the ocean. They can disappear.
You turn your head for 1 second.
Yeah,
like, where the fuck
man.
at?
Yeah,
that's the thing about being on the beach. You just can't be on your phone at all.
You can't fuck around.
Of your children. The worst part about being on the beach is not when you're mindful of your children, is being mindful of other people's children, because you really see some terrible parenting,
and you can't help it as a parent.
As a parent, you can't help it. It's just second nature to see another kid just off on his own. The mom is on the phone or the dad is drinking a beer, and you're just like, your family, what are you doing? You know what I mean? So, all in all, though, man, Miami is a fantastic place.
I'm glad y'all had a good time, man. It looked like
Miami.
It was a lot of fun.
Dope. Yeah, we'll be back in 5 months, according to Isabella. So
she's ready.
You might be back sooner.
Yeah,
I'll be back sooner, but Isabella will be back in 5 months. She said I'm coming back for my birthday. So,
there you go. Listen, I love the energy.
Yeah, she loved it. So
yeah,
episode 151 was a podcast. Abdul, you also did some traveling. You were in Los Angeles.
Yeah, man. You know, both our kids hit that DC public school, charter school,
spring break,
winter break. They now have winter break. So this wasn't even spring break because we're not even in spring yet. That's coming up in like 5 weeks. But winter break, so everybody was out. So my wife actually had to go to LA for the NAACP awards and work related stuff. And so we just kind of piggybacked on that, and the whole family went out there. But yeah, I was out there for like 5 days, man. I had a good time. This was my first time being in LA with everybody else, my family, the kids, and my wife. And yeah, we had a good time, man. I ended up at saw some of the homies and ended up at this Stussy party the first night we were at. Stussy and Beats by Dre had a little thing with for the release of this Beats Pill Stussy collab that was coming out. And have you all heard of a band called Bad Bad No Good or Not Good, something like that?
They're fire.
Yeah.
Never heard of them.
Yeah, so they were performing there. The party was at the Viper Room, which
that's dope. I thought it shut down.
Nah, I don't know. I mean, I've only heard of the Viper Room. This is like a legendary LA spot, right? Like it's where River Phoenix OD'd, and I'm sure Johnny Depp like walked out of there high as fuck.
Night.
Yeah, probably helped them. God, allegedly, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so the party was over there. They had Bad Bad No Good performing, and then Freddie Gibbs came out and started rhyming on top of the beats that the Bad Bad No Good kids, they were just, you know what I'm saying? It's like a band. They play like what do you call that? Rome? Is that like jazz
They're
or
like a jazz
soul?
funk soul band. Yeah, they're dope. They're
They're all
dope.
white boys. They're
Yeah,
white boys,
but they've served as his backing band before though.
oh, they
Okay.
have.
And
All
they've
right.
done, yeah, they've done. I want to say they've done some things for like the Wu Tang, and they're dope. They did Virgil's first show in Paris. They were the
Okay.
band for that, so they're well known across the. Yeah, they're dope.
I
Yeah.
had never heard of them.
Okay.
You a fan now?
No.
You would be a fan. You would be a fan of like their covers.
I'm a fan of Freddie.
The Freddie Gibbs
Nah,
shit,
but like
yeah.
when they do covers, like other
Yeah.
people's songs, they knock them out the
Okay.
park. You would enjoy that stuff.
All right.
Yeah.
But I mean, listen, their combination with Freddie was super tight.
Freddie's dope.
Yeah, Freddie's dope, man. Freddie came up there. He was faded, out of his mind. And towards the end, he kind of like stumbled and fell off the stage a little bit.
Good
and
for
then
him.
he just got up and rolled out. That was it. His set was over. So
He went home.
he went home. He was like, I gotta go recover. But so that was tight. Other than that, what else did I do, man? I went to the Image Awards, which was super dope. You know, who else did I see there, man? There's a bunch of people that you recognize, and you know what I'm saying, I might not necessarily know the names, actors or celebrities and stuff. But my wife was actually there because the organization she started, She Will Rise, had an activation. You know, She Will Rise is an organization that she started with a bunch of other attorneys, and the whole purpose for them was to try to get a black woman nominated and eventually confirmed in the Supreme Court. And so that announcement happened. Judge Ketanji Brown got nominated by Joe Biden, and so that confirmation process is going to start. And so my wife's organization was really instrumental in working towards that. So that shit was super tight. You know what I'm saying? An emotional moment for my wife.
Hell yeah.
She's worked on Ketanji Brown's. I hope I'm saying her name right. I should look that up. Am I saying it right? Do y'all know? I don't know.
Good to me.
Jerome just shrugged his shoulders. Ketanji Brown, Judge Ketanji Brown. But my wife actually worked on her first judicial nomination during the Obama administration, like 12 or 13 years ago, 11 or 12 years ago, when she was sworn in as or nominated to be on the U.S. Circuit Court, which is like the D.C. Circuit Court.
Mm-hmm.
My wife worked on that, and then U.S. District Court, and then got her also in the U.S. Circuit Court. She worked on both of those nominations, so she already had a relationship with the lady, and this was who she wanted Biden to nominate.
This was like her first pick.
This was her first pick. I mean, she would
She'll take any of them.
She would have gone to any black woman who got nominated, but this was her first pick.
That's even more special for her.
Yeah, and because she remembers how special Ketanji Brown was, man. She remembers working with her and met up with her at Union Station once, and told her, yo, when she was first getting sworn into the circuit court, she was like, yo, you could really be the first black, or not the first, but you could eventually be on track to become a Supreme Court judge. And watching all of that happen years later,
everything unfolding,
you know what I'm saying, is super tight. So yeah, but LA was cool, man. We did that. I linked up with my man Rocky, who works for Beats, my man Avi, who owns Better Gift Shop out of Toronto, and my man Eddie. We ended up taking the kids to Universal Studios in wherever that is. I think that's Hollywood, but that was tight, man. This shit is mad expensive, bro. This was my first time actually going to a theme park.
Oh wow!
I've never been.
You've never been to King's Dominion?
Nah.
Wow.
Never been. And $200 a ticket, dog.
Even for the kids?
Yeah, these kids and adults have the same price. $200 a ticket, but it's for the express pass. So the lines, you're not waiting as long in lines for the rides.
How much was it for the regular ticket?
It was $50 less. So it was $199 and $149. It's worth it to get
extra 50 for sure.
You got to do it. You got to do it. It ends up becoming, and I was against it. I was like, yo, let's just wait in line. It's another $200. And my wife was like, relax. You've never been to a theme park before. All right.
If you're gonna skip the line,
you're gonna wait in those fucking lines for 3 hours.
And you're not even gonna ride the ride probably.
And I wasn't even fucking riding.
You're gonna wait the line and wait on the other side for them to get out.
That's what I said. I was like, yo, shorty, can we get 3 express and 1 regular? I'm not even going on the fucking rides. And she was like, just get the fucking express. You're holding up the line. So
fuck it.
But that was fun. The kids had a blast. It is crazy how they can build out some of those rides, man, because the Harry Potter ride is actually inside of a castle. Like they really built a castle
around the ride.
A real fucking big ass 100,000 foot castle or some shit. You know
100,000 foot?
I don't know. I mean, I'm making that up. But
did you go on any rides?
I did not go on any
Not
rides.
on a one.
I walked all the way in with them. You know what I'm saying?
But you didn't get on any ride.
I didn't get on any rides. That looked tight. Jurassic Park had like a water ride and you get splashed. And I was like, I'm definitely not getting my sneakers wet.
Walking around all day with wet sneakers.
Yeah, no, thank you. Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? That was LA, man. What did I have out there that was good, man? I went to John and Vinny's for dinner. It was fucking super fire.
Did you see Adrian?
I didn't, man. Actually, I ended up linking up with some of Adrian's homies at the Stussy party. Shout out to my man Leo and Hugo from Stussy, who had actually been hanging out with Adrian earlier that day. And then I got a message from Adrian. He's like, yo, I wish I had known you were there, man. I would have fucking come through, because I think he just opted to go home instead of come to that party. But yeah, I regret. There's a lot of homies I didn't get to see, man, unfortunately, just because I was kind of on the family schedule. And in between, if I was able to get out and go do something real quick, I would run out and go take care of that. I did go by the Undefeated store, and I walked through Fairfax. Shout out to my man, my new homie Ben at the Undefeated store, and my guy Mark who runs the Vegas shop, who put me in touch with Ben, man. Yeah, overall good fun times, and I'm gonna go back, man. I'm gonna be back in LA at least once more this year. I was talking to our friend Dre the Mayor. Dre is now bi-coastal, dog. Dre got a crib in LA. You know what I'm saying? He has a spot out there and pretty much is there half of the month. You know what I'm saying? He's
probably more than half.
Yeah, it seems like he's there more than half. He's
got
there for 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, and then he's back here taking care of business over here. So we were supposed to link up a few times, and first night I was supposed to go to the Dime with him. I passed out. I had just been out all day, man. Yo, being with the kids really drains you, dog. Like, it's a different kind of tired. I'm sure Jerome can attest to that. It's not like
worn out.
Yo, if you're out dolo, I can be out dolo all day or hit up like day parties and still be focused at night. But if you're out with the kids and especially at like a theme park or something like that, you're with them all day and you come home, it's a different kind of tired, man. It's exhausting. So
Jerome's like, tell me about it.
Yeah, so I was knocked out. I didn't make it out. But you know, shout out to Dre the Mayor. Yeah, that was it, man. I don't know what else I had to report out there, but for the most part, that was the LA trip.
You didn't cop no sneakers out there?
You know, I wanted to. I went into Soul Stage, which is a resale shop, and I wanted to get some sneakers, but they were like, we can't mail them home for you, and that was going to be a problem for me because I was already at capacity with my packing, the way my suitcase was set up, and I was definitely not trying to check in any luggage. So I ended up not buying them, and I thought maybe that was some sort of a blessing in disguise because I really didn't need them. It was like, you know what I'm saying, how you are
What
sometimes
were
you're
you
out
gonna
there, you're
buy?
like, I gotta walk out with something.
Yeah,
What
another
was
pair of
it?
white on whites.
It was like a very simple Air Force, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
and one that I actually already have it might have been the undefeated Air Forces.
oh,
Um, you know what I'm saying? The white with the blue snakeskin swoosh that came
yep,
out last year.
yep.
And I was just like, I found them in my size and they were a good price. And I was like, yo, I should just grab these. But then I just was like, I got to go to the fucking post office and mail them. I was like, can you guys just do it for me and I'll pay the fee and all that? And they were like, we can't do it. And
The hotel probably could have done it for you.
I didn't even think about that. I was staying at a nice hotel. I'm sure
They
they
could
would
have
have taken
definitely
care
done
of
that
that.
for you.
But then I got to keep that trust with, you know what I'm saying, my guys working there. And
Yeah,
who knows? The hotel was nice. I stayed at the London. That was my first time staying there.
dope.
And actually, what the only bad part of the trip was on the way back. I'm flying back. I'm supposed to land at National DCA at like 9:30 at night, and it's about 8:45. So we're about 40 minutes away from landing. And the pilot's like, "Yo, the runways at DCA have been shut down. We got to divert the plane to BWI."
Oh, damn.
And you know, DCA is right here by the crib, so I had actually just taken an Uber to the spot. Now we're going so DCA shut down completely. There was no planes landing. Everything got diverted to either Dulles or BWI. So I landed at BWI and then fucking had to get a taxi voucher and wait in line and all this shit. And so I didn't end up getting home till like almost 1 a.m., which sucked, but it is what it is. I got home safely. I was happy about that. So yeah, LA. We got to get out to LA together as a team, man. We gotta go maybe do some podcasts out there and talk to some friends of ours, and you know what I'm saying. And I think that would be a good little podcast vacation.
Let's do it.
Yeah, LA's tight, man.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
LA's tight.
I like LA.
I like LA too.
LA is tight. What's the podcast episode 151 here in Washington, D.C. The mask mandate for restaurants. I believe it's restaurants.
I think everything, all indoors.
Indoor, movie theaters, professional sporting events is now a wrap.
It was just lifted yesterday.
It was just lifted yesterday, yeah. And I mean, I think for the most part, what we've been seeing is the people enforcing the mandates were not government officials. It was bartenders. It was servers, managers of spots. You know what I'm saying? And just like, that's not what they asked to do, right? It's just like having to deal with people, attitudes and backlash and things of that nature. It kind of sucks to be thrown into that position.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But DC, I think for the most part, except for one bar on 8th Street, everybody pretty much complied with mask mandates. There's one bar like on 4th and 8th Street Northeast that got shut down and lost their liquor license.
It's called
wow.
Something room, maybe, I think.
I don't know. Dude ended up on Fox News.
Wait, they lost their license because of what?
They weren't enforcing the mask mandate.
Well, no, because they weren't.
I'm sorry. They
weren't following it.
Yeah,
like
the vaccine and the
like,
mask mandate.
I think like employees behind the bar weren't wearing masks.
Oh shit! Somebody snitched on them.
I think somebody came in there and they just didn't have it on.
Yeah. So, but now because this mask mandate has been lifted, that means people working inside doesn't need to wear a mask.
It's their discretion.
It's their discretion.
All restaurants are privately owned, so if management and owners want to keep the mask mandate, then you have to play by their rules because it's their place.
Yeah.
But as a general,
what are we thinking? Is COVID over?
It's over for me.
You no more masks. You're done.
I mean, I'll go with the grain. If I'm on a plane, if I'm like, you have to do it, I'm not mad at it. If you have to do something, you have to do it. But like, it's over. For me, it's over.
Yeah. Like, I'm hoping the cases, I think the numbers are dropping.
I don't think it's literally over, but for me, like,
there might be one or two maybe more variants left in COVID. I hope it's none.
There's probably
But
100. You know.
yeah, but I think the more the
Like
variants
deadly
come out,
ones.
the less deadly it is. So
Yeah.
that I think is a
Or the more,
blessing.
or just the more resilient we've become to it.
That's true.
You
That's
know.
true.
I think it's far from over. I think
Okay.
that people get too comfortable with warm weather, and
Are yourself being one of them?
yeah. But I mean, I can't. I have to wear a mask because my daughter wears a mask everywhere.
Yeah,
So
but when you're
she
not
is.
with your daughter, you don't wear it all the time.
I wore it in the club this weekend. Like
Yeah, no, I'm
I was
saying
proud
like
of myself. For
if you
sure.
feel uncomfortable walking in a room, you put it on.
I wore it at Commonwealth Sunday. Nobody else wore a mask, right? Like
Yeah.
you don't
Yeah.
have to wear a mask anymore, right? I
Yeah.
wear a mask.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's over per se, but again, I think people are just fatigued with it. They have COVID fatigue, and I think having this conversation in 9 months could be a different conversation.
I mean, by
You know
no
what I'm
means do I
saying?
think it's over.
Yeah,
I'm just saying,
you said it's
I'm
not.
just
Yeah,
saying,
for sure.
I'm just saying for me, like I'm ready to put it behind me. Like it's over for me. It's definitely not over
You're not gonna have it stop your life.
at all. No more.
Yeah.
But I don't
No more than it
trust
already has.
people. I don't trust people enough to believe that it's over.
I mean, I just don't
Yeah.
care. Like if like what's not to trust? Like somebody's not vaccinated, cool. If you want to get sick and die, that's on you, dog. Like
So that's why I wear a mask because you walk up and down 14th Street. It's sick niggas everywhere.
not for sure.
Somebody slides in the
if you,
Cava. Somebody slides
but
in the Target.
if you're covered in terms
That's
of
so that's what I'm saying. So for me,
you know?
I'm cool. I just got to re up today of masks. Like I'm not tripping. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I
Yeah.
think that everybody can choose to do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I'm gonna do what works best for me. And like Isabella is such a star, and she's so sort of hard headed when it comes to that. It's just like, and the way she operates is just like, "Daddy, what's up?" And I'm like, "I got mine right here." You know what I'm saying? Outside in public with a mask on. You know what I mean?
how you feel about the fourth booster or the second booster rather? Fourth
sign
shot.
me up.
I'm ready.
Sign me up. You know
I'm
what I'm
gonna get
saying?
that
Like,
booster, son.
sign me
I'm
up.
ready to get
Double
boosted.
boosted.
Yeah,
Because
fuck
the summer's gonna be wild. The
Yeah,
summer's
say,
gonna be.
I'm with it too. I'm with it
that.
too.
Yeah.
The summer's gonna
I'll
be
get
crazy.
boosted. I'll get
You know what I
boosted.
mean?
I'll be the first to get it. I'm about to when we get off the podcast. I'm gonna start looking at it.
I think what we can safely say is that fear or having COVID interrupt our lives is kind of gone away. That sort of feeling has disappeared. And you know what I'm saying? If we need to travel, we're traveling, we're moving around. If we
Yeah.
got to go outside, if Jerome got to work and DJ, he's no longer being like, nah, COVID. He's like,
not
fuck it,
turning
I'm
down
outside.
gigs. Yeah.
Speaking of gigs, man, how was CIAA Rome?
CIAA was great
What-
in
what
a
is
sense
CIAA?
of. So CIAA is a conference, a college sports conference that makes up teams predominantly like from North Carolina to like the South, right? Just kind of
All college or historical
no,
black colleges?
black colleges.
Okay.
So and there's two. There's CIAA and there's the MEAC, right? My Hampton
Yeah.
University used to be part of the MEAC. We're not
Morgan
anymore.
State was the MEAC.
Yeah, we're now we're CAA. We're moving up.
Oh, damn.
But it's a celebration of it's a 3 to 4 day celebration of just you travel from out of town to it used to be in Charlotte, North Carolina for the longest. This was the first year it's been in Baltimore.
Yeah.
So if you were in Baltimore over the
They
weekend,
actually don't even have a school in Baltimore. They just randomly chose Baltimore because it's not. I think Morgan, which is the HBCU,
Probably
and
the
BMO is in
halfway
MEAC.
point.
Coppin isn't Coppin in
Oh shit!
Baltimore?
Yes, Coppin is. Okay.
Coppin. So Coppin
All
might
right.
be in the CIAA. I'm not sure. But so basically, it's like, yo, we're having this basketball tournament for 3 to 4 days, and the sports world, particularly the black sports college world, is going to convene on this town. It used to be in Charlotte for the longest. Not sure why they pulled it, but they chose Baltimore, which was a great host city. Everything that happened in Baltimore, CIAA wise, is considered downtown. So all your downtown places.
So it says here Bowie State, Claflin University, Elizabeth City State College, which is in North Carolina, Fayetteville State University, Johnson C. Smith, Lincoln University, Livingston College, St. Augustine's, Shaw, Virginia State, Virginia Union, and Winston-Salem State University are in CIAA. So Bowie State is actually in CIAA.
So Bowie State, which is in Bowie, Maryland, if you're not
Yeah.
familiar, which is
Close to
about
Bmore.
35, 40 minutes
Yeah.
outside of DC, maybe 20 minutes from Bmore. But basically, you know, it's just like it's a celebratory weekend. You know what I'm saying?
Rome.
Because
It says here the CIAA founded on the campus of Hampton Institute, now Hampton University.
there you go. You see what I'm
Okay.
saying? So I'm like,
You
I just
your own
got a Hampton
Oh
Institute
my God.
sweatshirt too.
It said it was originally known as the Colored Intercollegiate Athletic Association.
about right.
Yo,
Wow.
it's now the Central Intercollegiate Athletic Association.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So that's normally a big weekend. I know they pop off in North Carolina. It's normally held in like Raleigh or some shit, right?
Nah, Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Yeah. You know, Charlotte's cool. It's one of them places where people just like, I don't know.
You get more
Charlotte's
people
cool.
coming to Bmore. Maybe it should be in Bmore every year.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's tough because all the southern schools now have to travel through Virginia,
Southern schools, yeah.
kind of
Through the
through
Carolinas.
Maryland. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Whereas
Yeah.
before, you know, Charlotte's 20 minutes from South Carolina, so all the southern schools can kind of converge. But either way, it's a basketball tournament, a lot of functions, a lot of parties, brings a nice amount of change to a city. So like it makes the mayor of Baltimore look really good to have CIAA.
Our guy, Brandon Scott.
Brandon Scott. So we, as Darling Nikki, had a
Mhm.
function at the Revival Hotel in Baltimore,
Okay.
which is more
Was that affiliated with the
not really. You know what I'm
Unofficial?
saying? Unofficial. Like we're more Midtown area. We're Mount Vernon. You know what I'm saying? It's like I like that area of Baltimore a lot.
Me
Right?
too.
Like
The
we had
Arts
more.
District.
We had more parking available. There was just more of you could move around a bit easier. You know what I'm saying? Like we definitely hit one spot in Baltimore. We thought it was 1985. You know what I'm saying? Like shit is.
Wait, explain that. What do you mean?
We were driving back to DC and we just stopped at some random light and every store on this block was either like shuttered or like bombed out, and we was just like,
yo, I think that might be the block I just bought a spot on.
Mitch was like, yo, I feel like it's 1985 out here. I was like, yeah, it's pretty.
It
it's
is.
pretty
Mitch was
bad
never
out
seen
here.
nothing like that.
Mitch never seen. Nah,
He's
I don't
too
know.
young.
I mean,
to
that's
have
what
experienced anything like that.
that's what 8th Street used to look like probably when he was growing up.
Definitely.
So
Well,
I mean,
not
listen,
that bad, but close.
there was nothing commercial. I mean, residential
Yeah.
on this block.
Yeah.
It was all
Everything was
commercial.
Just all
So,
dilapidated.
like 2 shoe stores were empty right next to each other. I forget. It's when you're leaving Baltimore.
Okay.
I forget what street it was, but it was just funny. We just died laughing.
It's like 1985.
But,
Mitch wasn't even born in 1985.
Exactly right.
That's a fact.
But so obviously, you know what I'm saying, we had a function at the Revival Hotel. They have a spot called Topside, which is their restaurant.
Okay.
It was very, very well attended, good function, great DJs. Our guy Cian, who was he's from Baltimore. He DJed with Matthias and myself. Impulse was in the building. Our guy Jason was in the building. Dante. And then just like folks, my man Marcus, who you guys know, you've seen him around. He's from Baltimore, but he lives down here.
Okay.
So he pulled up Clinton Yates, Soft Shoe Julian.
Soft Shoe
Oh,
Raps.
Julian's in town?
He was
Came in town for it.
He was
He
in
was in
town
town
for
for
the
that, working.
CIAA. Yeah, he was
Oh, good
working.
for
Yeah,
him.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
God damn it. I need
A lot of girls?
A lot of girls.
Good looking girls or
fantastic
like,
looking women. I mean, you grew up in Baltimore, so you tell me. what
That's
it
all I had to
is.
ask.
Nah, we had the winners in there.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, for sure. So
Don't forget, Abdul used to come to DC to get his girls.
Yo.
Okay,
listen,
Oh man.
he's from Baltimore, but he used to come
Listen,
here to get his girls.
Baltimore.
You never hear no Abdul old school club Baltimore stories.
Listen, I can
True
go
that.
into some
DC
stories.
Live,
You can go into
DC
some
Live,
stories at the
Love,
Paradox and Odell's, but I will say my palate expanded when I started coming out of DC, man. I uncovered new ground, and I was just like, man, all right, this is where it's at.
This
My
where I'm
options
moving.
opened up a little bit more.
I'm moving out here
Listen, I did it.
for sure.
Yeah.
Jerome,
But
too,
you know
don't
what,
get it fucked
B-boy,
up.
it's now 20 some years later, and I mean,
Yeah,
I mean, Baltimore-
and 2 kids.
Yeah.
Baltimore, I think is just a hidden jewel.
Yeah.
Personally, I think that a lot of a lot of
you're also plugged though, so you see it.
Not
You
even
see
plug
one
though. Not
side
even
of it.
plug low. Like a lot, I think a lot of fuss was always made about you could buy $1 house or these cheap houses or whatever the case may be, and like nobody ever really seems to follow through on that kind of stuff. I think that just as a city, Baltimore lacks some things that I feel like if people committed to the city could really change that place and just make it even iller than it already is.
100%.
This is my personal opinion, right?
100%.
And
Yeah.
so I just think that's what people need to do. DC is wild expensive. There's
That's true.
17 of everything in DC already.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whereas you look at Baltimore, they may not have as many things, or
They might not have
it
at
might
all.
not be done as well, or
It's
whatever the case
untapped
may be.
territory.
It's untapped,
Yeah.
and that's no knock on the people who are there. That's just kind of
Yeah.
it's kind of is what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I am looking to continue to cement the Darling Nikki footprint and the JB3 footprint in Baltimore because
Salute.
it's just
I
a
love
land
it.
of opportunity. You know what I
Hell
mean? So
yeah.
we're actually doing something up there once a month. So like it's not
A
I'm
Darling
coming to the
Nikki
next one.
event.
no, it's not parties though. So like the party was
Oh.
cool because of CIAA, but what we're like I said is whatever like I feel like they're missing or whatever you can get in abundance down here, we're gonna try to take it up
Try
there
to fill
and be
that
like,
void.
yeah, like I just have cool people talk, like have Pierre and Mitch teach like Photoshop classes and you know what I'm saying, just things like and just unite people, get people to come. They have a speakeasy that's incredible, and you know what I'm
And
saying.
you talk about
just
at that
at the
hotel.
hotel, yeah, but the general
Yeah.
neighborhood though.
So you're trying to bring like workshops type shit to the hotel.
Whatever. There's a park right across the street where we're gonna do like some ill 6 a.m. yoga type shit. That
Yeah.
library, that super ill library that everybody like
Mhm.
knows about, is like on the other side of that park. Like I wasn't even hip to that. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I think that's exactly kind of what BMO needs, man. There's a lot of creatives in Baltimore that just have not gotten the opportunity to really maybe express themselves or even learn more about what they are creative about.
Or just no exposure yet.
Yeah, and I think all these things would help, man. Seeing especially other young people with just like them doing things and figuring out how to move and get more exposure in that lane
Hell yeah.
is going to be great for the city and for the young people in the community. So I think that's tight.
yeah, that's what we on, man. So Baltimore
I'm coming
is.
to the next party though. I don't want to come to that shit.
I'll be honest though,
Same.
we're not having a party. We're not having a party no time.
What is
soon.
it? What are you
We're
gonna,
not-
what's the next move?
Well, the next
It's
one
just
is
not
with
a
having
party.
like some sort of
we're just gonna do a bunch of
yeah.
other shit. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I
a whole
just
bunch
don't
of
want to
other
do.
shit.
I just want to. I mean, my guy. Yeah, yeah. I mean, we'll see. But
a party's coming.
nah, it was a lot of work, man. I'm cool on it, honestly. Like, but
We'll
either
see.
way, shout out to Baltimore,
You'll be out there
man.
tomorrow.
Hopefully, if my man hits me back, yeah, I'll be out there for lunch tomorrow for sure.
All right.
Obviously, episode 151. You know, we missed last week's conversation, but we would be remiss to just not speak about Ukraine and the Russian invasion of Ukraine. I mean,
Shit
we
is
all
crazy.
have been just paying attention to social media. I saw some people say this was the first war that they've seen played out over social media, but that's very inaccurate. If you consider what's happening in Afghanistan, if you consider what's been happening in Syria,
See, you think about what's happening in Somalia last week.
Somalia,
The U.S.
right.
had several airstrikes in Somalia, dog.
Right.
That's a war.
Palestine every day.
Palestine every
every day.
day. So
Yeah.
that was an inaccurate, but you know, for the moment, we'll talk about Ukraine and just seeing the world unite around Ukraine being invaded is fantastic, and I think it shows what the power of the people can do, right? But at the same time, we're seeing that people also can still be pieces of shit in respect to Africans not being allowed to cross into Poland,
Yeah.
So
right?
fucked up.
Like
or even leave Kiev or other
leave
major
Kiev.
cities.
I
They're
mean,
not allowed to even do
They're the
that.
last ones that get a chance to
two
leave.
people have died, and I'm not sure if they were people of color, but two people died. It's like snowing out there. Like it's wild cold.
They said it's
and-
like 3 degrees, though.
yeah, people standing at the gates to get into Poland. Two people
Women and
passed
children.
away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and again, I feel for everybody involved,
Yeah.
but it just goes to show that across the world, darker skinned people are consistently being
treated like
just
second class citizens.
treated like 8th class citizens. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Whether it was the news, I see Instagram posts where they're compiling all these news clips of these quote unquote journalists saying slight shit or
It
very
should
direct
never have
shit.
happened to white people. That's what it is.
Yeah,
They
it's
only think
civilized.
that,
Oh, they're
yeah,
civilized, or
yeah.
it's happening to blonde hair, blue eyed people.
Look at the way
Like,
they're dressed. They're dressed so proper.
and
And
again, this is not me taking out my frustration against those people per se,
yeah,
but it's the people reporting it, and it's the people, and obviously these guards who are blocking these people of color from leaving. I've seen every African nation that has students there has set up um, resources to get them
Get out.
to get out of Poland, right?
To
Like,
get out of Ukraine.
no, what I'm saying is they just have to get out of Ukraine. Like, once they cross into Poland, I saw every African nation basically is set up
Like, get the
right
fuck
there.
out of there too.
No, they're literally right there. Like, yo, either give them this address or
Yep.
we'll be there
to get
when
you out.
you get through the gate. They're literally saying just get through the gate. And I saw like 17 African nations. I saw the post on Instagram.
Yeah.
And so obviously it's not a perfect world, but I just think that we're seeing how racism just has time all the time.
Yeah.
And for me, it's truly, truly frustrating because it's like, yo, this is war. This is something that a lot of people, really, people of color really felt for Ukraine. They really were like, yo, this is some fucked up shit. Like,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? You're seeing what happens when sanctions actually work. Avdon Abramovich just sold Chelsea, right?
Yeah.
He's a Russian oligarch. He had to sell Chelsea.
He did sell it?
He did sell it.
Okay.
Yeah,
He's promised
and
to
the
sell it.
profits are going to like Ukrainian refugee aid or some shit like that,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
You've seen where the only people who have only said that they're not gonna like shut down is pretty much crypto. All the crypto people are basically saying we can't shut it down because that would go against what
Wait,
crypto
shut
is
what
about.
down? What is
Like
crypto?
shut down the accounts of like Coinbase and those places. Said we
Oh,
won't
of
shut down their
Russians.
accounts, Russians' accounts.
Well, that's
because
the
they-
whole thing about crypto, right? It's nobody should be able to govern it, right? Isn't
But
that
again, they can shut these people's accounts down.
Yeah,
they
but
could
then,
if they
but then you
wanted to.
defeat that. Then you like.
I agree with you. No,
know?
you guys are both right. All I'm saying is they're the only ones who've. Other than that, you've had every single financial branch, like
oh,
they
right.
Visa, Mastercard, all of
Cut
them
'em-
were like
cut
cut
'em
them
off.
off.
Yeah.
Apple, I saw Apple Pay this morning. They had a line 50 deep at a Russian train station,
Wow.
and the people couldn't get on the train because they stopped taking Apple Pay. Apple Pay
Wow.
stopped accepting their shit.
Okay.
So people are scrambling for cash. ATMs are getting broken into. All sorts of just like you see what happens when the world sanctions the wrong energy. But
Yeah.
none of this. They had no smoke for Afghanistan. They
Yeah.
had no love for Somalia. They had no love for Palestine. It's just like it kind of makes you be like, I mean, it's cool. I don't want anybody else to pass.
Yeah.
But where was all this when darker
Yeah.
skinned people were being, you know what I'm saying, attacked? So
Nobody cares.
You know what?
Right.
What it has really brought out is the real meaning and thought that white people have, right? Like they have always kind of thought that war and terror only belongs in third world countries and only belongs to black and brown people. Like white people are actually above war. And what they've seen is,
Or you just can't be considered a terrorist if you're white.
yeah. So what this has actually done is kind of put them in a state of shock, and they don't really even know how to react. Right. What's really sad about this is they are taking it out on people who would be there to help them if that was the case, man. If it was the other way around, you know what I'm saying? If there was war happening in Africa, yo, white people would be included in getting out of these cities, man. So I feel like that's what maybe needs to happen. What if Africa?
They probably let them get out first.
What and you know that's a sad state of affairs too, right? Because that's probably true. But what if African nations and Middle Eastern nations came together with like, yo, we want to get all Ukrainians and Polish people and Europeans out of our countries right now until our people start getting treated right.
they should.
Because
They
if you think about the amount of money that these European governments have all over Africa and places like the United Arab Emirates, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of business is being done in these countries.
Hell
and
yeah.
Millions and millions and billions of dollars are at stake. what should happen? What happens if these countries come out and like, yo, you treating our people like shit? We're
Y'all
about to
done.
get you all the fuck out of here. Everything changes at that point, right? But I mean, listen, we're not wishing war on anyone. What's happening in Ukraine is a terrible, terrible situation. Putin is a bastard, and what you're actually seeing for the first time ever is Russians protesting against the Russian government and Putin, which I don't think has ever happened before, because Russia is so, they don't take no shit from anybody, man.
Yeah, but they don't agree with this. They don't agree with this.
We're seeing thousands and thousands of people come together against Putin for invading Ukraine, and I think that's something to be celebrated too, man. Because like in this day of social media, for as much as we shit on younger generation, the motherfuckers are the boldest when it comes to getting out there and saying how they feel.
They step up.
And that's something to be respected. You know what I'm saying? So what's happening is terrible. I just wish that our people were able to get out of there peacefully and safely. So
I just feel like this is war. And so at this point, you can do all of the financial, you can cripple the Russian economy, et cetera, but that is not taking out tanks on the street.
Yeah.
Right. You need, and Ukraine is a fraction of the size of Russia, and their army isn't as big as Russia. So they're going to need help. And at some point, they're going to need help from outside of NATO and the UN, like another country. And Russia,
who's going to help them? I don't think the US is going to help them.
Russia got help from Belarus, right? So that's a country that borders Ukraine, I believe.
And and Belarus is with Russia.
Yes, Belarus is with Russia. Wow. They're next to Poland and Latvia. I'm looking at Isabella's globe right now. But like Kiev is so far. Like it would take you forever to get to Poland. Like that shit is far. I don't even see another major city on this map. Even trying to get to the sea, the coast, that seems far. Like it's gonna be tough for the Ukrainians. I think we're gonna have to see some craziness. And I heard that if Russia does use nuclear weapons, Americans have 22 minutes to get inside.
Wait, what? What do you mean?
Like the way that the wind drifts and the nuclear stuff and all that kind of stuff moves.
Oh shit! Okay.
I heard that I read that if a nuclear warhead or something is detonated in Ukraine, Americans will have 22 minutes to get inside.
Well, why are there still Americans there?
No, he's talking about here, dog.
Here.
Oh, here.
In America, yes.
Bumbleclot. No, I did not know that.
Because he raised the alert level for their nuclear program.
So keep your mask on.
Keep your mask on. Yeah.
That little mask, that KN95 going to do shit against the nuclear radiation.
In the house.
I'll take whatever I can get. My window.
Where do we go in the event of something like that? Like
my mom has a bunker.
Your mom has a bunker?
Yeah, my mom has a bunker.
In her house?
What?
At her house?
At the house, yeah.
Backyard, bunker.
Yes. It is so detailed. Like it is
She
incredible.
does, or mad people out there have them too?
No, I don't know about anybody else. I know my mother has a bunker. Everything.
Wow.
She's got
your mom a CIA dog?
Nah, she just
you don't know about
did that come with the crib, or she had that put in?
Nah, she had that put in.
Oh,
what?
Damn.
Oh,
she is official.
Mom's the doomsday prepper.
She was like, it's either them or if she was like,
she got mad water down there and shit. She
so
ready
much
to go.
water. So much water. We could definitely live. You could definitely live in the bunker for a good week.
They got bathroom down there?
Everything.
Oh, damn.
A shower?
My mother has everything.
Oh, that's lit.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
have you ever been down there?
Yeah, I went every time we go home now. I'm just like, let's go to the bunker.
Oh, that's where I was.
She's always showing us these new things. She's like, I just ordered this. My mother's a QVC addict, so she orders something every day. So like 50 different masks, whatever kind of mask you like. You know what I'm saying?
Did you ever take a bird down there back in the day? Like, yo,
it wasn't. No, this is a recent development.
This is through COVID.
This is through Trump, basically. Yeah.
Oh,
how deep is the bunker? Pause.
It's some feet down. I don't know the exact.
Like you gotta take a ladder down that joint.
You gotta go down there. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, it's a ladder. It's not.
Yeah, because everybody has pools in Arizona. We don't have a pool, but we still have it built out.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
A bunker,
yeah. So my mother has a bunker. Like she's not playing. She didn't play about.
It's not like the basement of the crib. It's like.
We don't have basements in Arizona.
Oh, it's outside and it was completely like
It's in the
built brand new
backyard.
in the backyard.
You got to come up that joint
Wow.
inside with like a little fucking like
double doors, climb down, bong.
dope.
Because I mean, the population when it came to Trump was just you couldn't trust them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like our
She got guns
neighborhood.
down there.
Nah, I sure got no guns. My father's in the military though. They probably got a gun somewhere.
They got at least one gun in the house.
But it's full on. She'll tell you like, yeah, I got a bunker. The bunker. Like she says it all the time like it's nothing. We saw it. I was like, this is insane. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So, yeah, man. Don't
Well,
run up on my
going.
mother. She's from Newark, New Jersey.
I know where I'm going.
She keeps part of that in her situation. So, episode 151 was the podcast. Real quick, we'll talk about the All-Star game. The dunk contest was trash. I did not see it, but the street said it was whack.
Man, let me tell you something. That shit was a complete waste of time.
I mean, it definitely was trashed.
I think the rules need to be changed, man. I think there need to be maybe more contestants, and you're only allowed one dunk. Like, if you fuck up that one dunk, honestly, you
like one dunk, one try.
Yeah, maybe two tries. Like, if you don't get it on the second one, you're fucking
keep it moving. Yeah.
Keep it moving. Let's go to the next person, man. Because you take away so much energy from missing the dunk over and fucking over and over again. Like, who's my man, Greg Anthony's son, who came out in the Timberlands, right?
Cole Anthony. I mean,
I thought that was fire.
It was fire eventually when he did it.
He made it, yeah.
But he missed like 89 times before actually getting that one dunk in. Like, you know what I'm saying? The fact that he came in with Tim's,
you don't even care anymore.
I did not even fucking care, bro. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he ended up not even doing the dunk that he wanted to do. He had to settle for like an easier version of that dunk because he had already wasted so many tries doing that shit. So I think we just need to have those two dudes who did it that one year, Zach LaVine and the other light-skinned dude. Jerome, you know what I'm talking about? Aaron fucking Gordon. Those two brothers need to be in the dunk contest every fucking year. And then who's my man who just flew over the dude and also did the buzzer beater?
I don't know.
Memphis.
Ja
Morant.
Ja Morant.
He needs to be in the dunk contest. Like, you can't just sign up for the dunk contest. You need to be chosen.
That's true. Yeah.
I think that's what needs to happen. You can't just be like, yo, I'm nice. I'm gonna.
Do they just sign up? That's how it goes?
I don't have no idea, actually. Ooh. Maybe they're chosen.
It's like a sign-up sheet. Who wants to be in the dunk competition?
Yeah, who wants to be? It's like
pass
a Google,
this around the
Google
NBA.
Docs form. Yeah, no, I don't know, but those two dudes, Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine, and I think Ja Morant, and they need to be in that dunk contest every single year. Those two dudes, I thought they had brought it back, man. Whatever year that was, like 4 or 5 years ago, they went crazy. That might have been the best dunk contest in a really, really long time. So outside of that, I think the dunk contest was terrible. I watched the 3-point contest, and who's the kid that won that, man? Oh, it was the big dude, man, like the 7-footer or whatever.
Oh, Karl Anthony
Towns.
Yes.
Yeah. He was amazing, man. He's like fucking almost 7 foot tall, and he was just dropping him shit.
He gets it done. Yeah.
I had no idea he was that nice from like the 3-point line.
I was upset because my man was like, "You should take him on FanDuel." I was like,
no, you ain't take him.
I didn't take him.
The odds were looking good. He wasn't favored.
My man bet $20
or 20.
No, he bet $30 and won $600.
Oh,
something
damn.
crazy like that.
Wow.
So then it was somebody else. I was upset. Yeah. What's the podcast? Episode 151. Today is the start of Lent. Do you guys celebrate
Wednesday?
Lent?
No.
I don't. I'm Muslim.
Yeah.
But Ramadan is coming up soon.
My mother is on it every year.
What did she give up? Don't you have to give up something?
I don't know. She made me. So I gave up pork and soda for the next 40 days.
Ooh.
So,
no cold Sprite. No cold 7-Up.
No, I'm so upset.
Cold Sprite.
Tough.
Dog, I gained like 7 pounds in fucking LA. I was having mad Sprite.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
I
Like,
went to In
You
and
got
Out Burger like
that theme park Sprite.
Yeah, dog.
crispy.
That $8 Sprite, which is 79 cents everywhere else.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
So if you're giving up
you
any,
get speed pass on the food spots too.
No,
oh, it's trash.
just
That's
had to
trash.
wait. in
If you're
normal
giving up anything
Gen
for
Pop.
Lent, let us know. I mean,
I feel like that's the one people mostly give up is like either liquor, something to drink, and like meat. Like,
yeah. I mean,
normally I hear from almost all my friends.
I'm not giving up shit.
I don't give up.
Is this for only Catholics or is it for Christians across the board?
I just see Christians, but I mean, I do. I mean, I just like pepperoni pizza, so that's the only reason why I like.
Get beef pepperoni.
No, I know. I'm just saying I don't even need to eat beef, honestly. But I'm just saying that's where my pork. That's the only time I eat pork is on pepperoni pizza.
Okay.
So
No bacon.
Now we do turkey sausage.
I mean bacon though, not sausage.
But we
Turkey
never.
bacon.
I never. We don't like. Bella doesn't like bacon. I don't buy it, so we just buy turkey sausage. But the soda is it's gonna be a little interesting. But like my building, the water was off yesterday, so they buy these huge jugs of water. But there's nobody home during the day in my building, so I took like 9 of them shits. So I got all of those in my refrigerator.
Oh my god!
And so I got enough water to drink, hopefully for the next 40 days. You know what I mean? So I'll be good to just Sprite it.
Yeah.
So we should be good to go. Shout out to the Road Podcast. Our guys Crooked, D Miles, Jamie the Great, DJ Neva. They got signed to pretty much a management label called Sleeping Giant Music.
Oh shit!
Which is based out of San Diego. So Crooked and D Miles went over there as solo DJs, and then I believe the podcast itself is going to go shake it up. Their first event is going to be March 16th, I believe.
That's fire.
Down in Austin for South by Southwest.
So they're like it's like the originals. They go out as a group, like all 4 of them. It'll be like that, right? They get sold as like a road podcast.
They get sold like, yo, if you're having a festival, these guys will be the official podcast host of that festival. You know what I'm saying?
But they'll also be DJing. They'll be the DJs.
The DJs is a separate entity. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
this is just for strictly like hosting.
But they're all DJs also.
Yes.
And they're not part of a DJ collective together.
No, only 2 guys are actually signed to Sleeping Giant, whereas them as a podcast are signed to do podcasts.
But the two that are signed to Sleepy Giant as a DJs, are they like a DJ group?
No, they're separate guys.
They're separate. Okay.
Yeah, they're separate.
Yeah,
for sure.
Shout out to those dudes, man. I really enjoyed the Road Podcast.
Oh yeah.
Crooked, I've met once actually through you. Yeah, right. I met him. Actually gave him a ride from where was it? Where were we going? We were leaving like Scooty and Davin had like premium goods. No, premium. What was their clothing line?
Premium Co.
Premium Co. And they had a little thing at over there by Union Market.
The laundromat.
The way back in the thing,
back in the day, and he was here for that with you, and we all ended up going somewhere else and rode out together.
But then it snowed like crazy the next day, I think.
Something like that. Yeah.
But shout out to the homies, man. They're excited. I talked to Cricket about it yesterday or 2 days ago. They're excited.
Congratulations, fellas.
Yeah, congrats to them.
Should we sign with Sleeping Giant? Should we?
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe we can be on the East Coast side of things and kind of do that hosting and all that.
Yeah, let's do it. Real quick, real quick sneaker run. The Georgetown ones need them.
Need them.
I might need 2 of those.
I might need 3 of them actually. But who in DC is carrying those, man? Because how are they going to release a Georgetown one and we don't even know what stores in DC are getting them?
The Nike store got to get them.
I'm sure Major is going to get them.
I forget that there's even a Nike store in DC.
Nike store ain't going to get a ton of them, but they're going to get them. For sure.
They're going to get that long ass line is what they're going to get.
Yeah,
for sure.
Or that raffle. I don't even know what the fuck they do about releases.
They do both.
Yeah.
Who's gone to that Nike store? I haven't been there in maybe 2 years.
It's been 5 years since I've been there.
Yeah, honestly,
I don't think
it might be 5 years since I've been to Georgetown. Though,
it's a complete waste of time.
Yeah, they don't have shit in
Sandlot doesn't count.
But we need those, man. So if you're listening, and we need 2 size 9s, a 8.5, and 11. Actually,
Supreme
need
SB
6
Dunks.
size 9s.
Yeah, 3 size 8.5s.
Supreme high top dunks drop tomorrow or when you hear
Ooh,
this.
shit.
I'm looking for. I like the Brazil colorway. I think it's
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah.
They're high top. The blue and red isn't bad. The white and black
Blue
I'm
and
good on.
I'm good on the
blue
white and
red.
black, but
Yeah.
that blue and red is kind of a
See, I like
think
the white and black the best.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm good on
It's
those.
more plain.
Man.
It's more
Super
plain.
good on it.
Yeah, but
I
I'm
know,
good.
but
I'm
it's
good
just
on
something
plain.
about it.
I could get the regular white and black joints. In
If
the
it was
yellow.
if it was a black
the regular
and,
Brazils,
but if it was a black and white,
yeah, but you
shoe?
can't get the Brazil highs.
You know what I'm saying?
you can.
Yeah,
They did have Brazil highs before.
they
didn't
did,
you
but
can
they
get
were like
Brazil.
$600, so they're already
yeah.
mad expensive.
The Supreme one's
Um,
gonna be $600 to buy this time tomorrow. Also,
True.
But that's what I'm saying. If I just want the black and white ones, I'll just pay $200 and get them off of StockX, the highs.
So they dropped earlier on Premium Goods website, but they're probably going to drop on a more national basis, hopefully soon. Is the USC dunks?
Wait, Premium Goods, you can buy stuff off. You can buy Nikes off the website, or this is only in store, right? They only do in store.
Raffles they did, they dropped them already.
But I think it's like an in-store pickup.
In person, everything is in person. Shout out to Premium Goods, man. They're still doing it for the culture.
Shout out to Premium Goods. Yeah, those are the guys, the fam over there.
Yeah.
But those USC dunks should be hitting the masses very soon. They're very dope. I need a pair because they look like Arizona State dunks.
Nah, those are clean, man. I can't even front. I'm kind of getting off like the dunk wave a little bit, but there's just a few that I definitely need to be.
I'm on them.
They need to be at the crib. Like and those USC ones are fire. The Argon ones, Rome. We got Skip.
I'm gonna find a pair.
Right?
I'm gonna find a pair. I gotta go to New York soon.
Where'd they release those? On sneakers?
Nah, they dropped it undefeated today.
Oh, only undefeated.
Well, I don't know what that means.
So
I don't
far.
even know if far.
I think everybody drops kind of on their own timeline because I don't know if Undefeated dropped those USC dunks yet.
Okay.
But
there's no like official release dates for those?
Right. So you just got to pay attention to the sites.
Yeah, I think all this supply chain shit, people are getting stuff late or getting it
whenever
early.
You get them, drop them.
They're not waiting for anybody else. I would have loved to have gotten them those early though.
Like sneakers looks absolutely terrible right now. Like I might not need to look at sneakers until August.
Sneakers app?
Yeah, the app looks terrible.
You know, I hit on Sneakers app on the Marina Blue Jordan 1s though.
I mean, that's cool, but you know, but for me personally, it looks terrible. I
want those Supreme dunks though.
Abdul did hit on the Union dunks, or you not even hit. You just picked them up in LA, right?
No, I got blessed, man. Shout out to Team Epiphany and my man Coltrane. Yeah, he was just like, "Yo, I got these for you." And they came in the mail. Blessed me with those, man. So shout out to him. Shout out to my brother Clark Kent, who actually also had me on the list for those as well. So I now have 2 pairs. Which is great. It's a great shoe. I'm gonna tear one off and then keep one the way it is. You know what I'm saying? And that way I got the best of both worlds. So
shout out to you. Shout out to everybody that helped you acquire that.
Shout out to Clark Kent, man.
Shout out. I mean, yeah, happy March to those people. It's also International Women's Month, I believe.
Oh, so good. We just ended Black History Month.
Yeah, so a nice little rollout. So, you know, I think you'll see a lot of incredible programming over the month that covers that. I really think we should just see a lot of black women celebrate the achievements of black women and black people on a consistent basis.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be a month because Black history is American history. But yes,
we needs to be Black History Year. We're not stopping at February. It's not over.
I mean, it's every day at my household.
Yeah, every day,
you know
every day. You know what I'm saying?
So, shout out to Abbott Elementary. It's the best show on TV. It's incredible. If you haven't watched it, you should watch it.
I've not watched it. Have you watched it, Abdul?
I've watched a few episodes. Yeah, I really like it.
It's the best show.
I really like it.
I think there's a new Batman out. Is that correct?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
New Batman movie.
I didn't grow up with cartoons.
No, it's like the real deal. I thought
like the movie.
The movie.
Oh, I don't know.
Came out the other day or something.
Who's playing Batman these days?
Robert Pattinson, maybe. I don't know.
You sure it's not Val Kilmer?
Nah. Kanye documentary. We talked about it on my Twitch stream earlier today.
Oh yeah, yo, you were killing it on Twitch earlier today. It was
Yeah,
a nice little vibe in
today
there.
was a cool vibe. There was definitely.
Do you have a set schedule for Twitch, or you just hop
I
on?
just
Do we need to tell the people?
Nah, I should be on there more, but I don't want to
follow Jerome Baker III on Twitch.
Yeah, on Twitch. Yeah.
3RD.
Yeah. So there's I mean, obviously they're about to do the third episode of the Kanye documentary Genius. People seem to really be enjoying the behind the scenes footage of more so. I've seen a lot of criticism of the actual filmmaker, whereas they said he doesn't, because they just saying they're like he doesn't really talk well.
They were shitting on him on your Twitch
as a narrator.
I didn't like that. Well, he's African.
I've seen it on Twitter. I've seen it on Twitter as well.
Oh, you have?
People were also like, "Yo, it's not about him." Like he tried to make it about him, and it's not about him. It's about Kanye.
Fuck that. He can make it. It should be about
exactly.
him.
Listen, if I follow a nigga for 20 years on a video camera, you gonna get some of my life.
Right. You gonna hear my fucking voice, dog.
Yeah, it's about me.
Fuck out of here.
I also did see the.
I'm gonna support that only because he made that, and Kanye doesn't have anything to do.
Somebody
with
throw me a Netflix so I can watch it.
I got you.
And also, I did see
Netflix password.
I did see the trailer. I did see the trailer for Top Boy season 2.
Oh,
right.
Wait, really? When is that coming out? Do you know?
Dead ass.
Like next week.
Ooh.
Oh, it looks fire.
Oh,
it looks so fire.
That's on Netflix or Hulu?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah, that shit looks amazing.
Nah, Top Boy is good, man.
Hell yeah.
That's Drake is executive producing that.
Yep.
This shit ain't got nothing to do with Drake. This shit.
No. The show doesn't.
Amazing. It looks like.
Nah, because they canceled the show and then he was like, nah. He like brought it back.
He brought it back to the show.
Yeah.
But I mean, just the footage, the cinematography, everything just looks very fire. Yeah. So.
Man's them. Okay.
Yeah. They definitely changed the way people were talking, and the drill music caught a wave in America right after. So we'll see more of that as this new season rolls out. You know what I mean?
Look at Rome with the big TV talk. I like it.
That's all I got for you. Yeah, and then that's it. And Cool G Rap has a new song out that's absolutely phenomenal. I had to say that. It's G Rap and Alchemist.
Send me the name of that. I want to. I'm a big G Rap fan. I didn't even know he was still doing music.
Yeah, now we can say, what is Abdul watching?
You know what? Honestly, I'm still catching up on TV, man. I missed TV all of last week. Billions is still going on. I caught up on that last night. Snowfall has started. I got 2 episodes sitting in my DVR that I need to watch. The first 2 episodes, as well as there's a new show that I saw an ad for called Severe or Severance. It's on Apple TV, and I'm gonna watch that. Oh, the original Law and Order is back, and I did watch the first episode of that. It's got Anthony Anderson from Blackish. He's one of the detectives. This is like the original Law and Order. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not Special Victims Unit, which I used to be a really big fan of, but Mariska Hargitay fucking ruined that show for me. Really, really, really ruined that whole fucking franchise, honestly. So I'm glad to see the original Law and Order is back. I watched the first episode, and it was sort of like a Bill Cosby storyline, right? Like some famous old singer was drugging women and raping them, and then he got killed, and that whole storyline. So, but it's fairly good. I'm gonna add that to my list of shows to watch. You know what? Actually, Eddie suggested another show that I need to watch called Everything Is Gonna Be All White, and it's sort of a series. And he was thinking, the photographer Mel D. Cole was in one of the episodes, as well as a friend of his and a dude that I met recently, Pooch, who's a skateboarder from Richmond, is going to be in one of the upcoming episodes with Stevie Williams. Everything is going to be all white is on Showtime. I think it's on the Kendrick song. Everything's going to be all right.
Yep.
So
shit was dope.
And yeah, That's all I got, man. This
That's
is
all we
us.
need.
It's still on. I need to catch up on that as well. Uh, what am I missing? I think that's about it.
Yep.
I mean, yeah. Again, man, just pray for Africans in Ukraine. You feel me?
And pray for Ukraine. We're not savages. But listen, we need our brothers and sisters out of there safely.
We need equality. You know what I mean? If we're gonna get them all out, let's get everybody out equally. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Spring's about to break here in
The
DC.
weather's getting warmer.
I
I
feel
went
like
running
it
this
broke
morning.
today.
It was 43 degrees early at 4 o'clock in the morning.
60 degrees right now.
Oh,
62
good.
on Saturday, 75 on Sunday.
Ooh,
Let's go.
56 on Wednesday. Come to Darling Nikki. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be, I'm hearing reports that it's already 90 in Phoenix. You feel me? So it's
Ooh.
a beautiful.
At what temperature are we breaking the shorts out?
I wait till it's the 80s.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm black.
I might go
Abdul, you
77.
broke them out in Cali?
No, it was cold in Cali, dog. It was colder than it was here.
Wow.
Yeah, the weather fucking sucked.
You
It
like
was
75, you
days.
put shorts on?
I might do. You know what? At 75, I might start thinking about. You know what? Because we're going from winter to spring, 75 is gonna feel really hot.
That's warm.
Only because we've been so
Yeah,
cold
that's warm.
this whole time. So I could do shorts at 75.
You weren't doing shorts in Florida, in Miami, Rome?
No.
Only on the beach.
Yeah. Yeah. It was 81 in Phoenix when I was out there. I still only did like, because it hit 81 real quick, but then it would drop. You know what I mean? So it just depends on what the drop's looking like,
Yeah. Yeah, you got to be watching for that drop, man, because
drops where you get, it's still where you get a little.
where you get sick.
Yeah, you get that sick, yeah.
For sure. So, what's the podcast? Episode 151. We knocked it out the park. Shout out to my guy, always available, #Streetwear Eddie.
Peace, fellas.
Shout out to Don't Charge Abdul.
We'll be back next week.
I am DJ Jerome Baker III. And remember, you can check us out at whatsapodcast.live, youtube.com/whatsapodcast for previous episodes. And we are out. Peace.